Hello everyone, it's Silencer here today, and I'm gonna be making, or telling you about a survival guide for hunters, of course, a survival hunter guide. So let's start off here with the talents. Now, there's all three talents. It depends which situation you want to be using them in. Most of the fights I go with post haste, because it gives you 60% run speed, and there's a few times you could use that in some occasions, maybe. But as I said, this is really fight dependent, which one you take up here. One reduces the cooldown of disengage, one gives you speed buff after disengage, and one roots people when you disengage. So it's all situational. I think narrow escape is more PvP, but maybe there might be some fights in the future it will be useful for as well. Then for the level 30 talent, I always go with Binding Shot because it's an AoE stun. Where the other two, well, Wyvern Sting does not work in PvE that much, it's just not good at all. And Intimidation is a single target stun. So why single target when you can AoE stun, and single target stun with the same ability, and that's a less cooldown, so it's just better, Binding Shot. Then for the 45 talent, the most recommended one is Iron Hawk. But I prefer Spurt Bond for a few reasons. One of them is, if you have to run out of range of your healers and you get damaged, you can still heal a little bit during that time. Now, there's not a lot of occasions this does happen, but you never know. A little bit more health or healing over time to yourself always helps the healers out. Yes, flat 10% less damage taken could also help, but I mean, you take the less damage, but what if the healers can't heal you up? You know what I'm saying? So it might be 10% less, but you're still going to have lower health and you can't get it back. With this, you might take more damage, but you get it back over time, the whole time. Then level 60 talent, I take Steady Focus, and I'll tell you why in a second, as soon as we reach level 100 talent. 75 is a Murder of Crows, and it's the best one to take out of that talent because it has a 1 minute cooldown, it resets if the target dies. It's just perfect. It does a lot of damage as well. Level 90 talent, Barrage, in my opinion, is the best for cleave fights, not single target. Single target you can probably go for Glaive Toss, but for most fights, or cleave fights, definitely Barrage. So single target, Glaive Toss, AoE Barrage. I would probably stick to Barrage at all times, because Glaive Toss is not that amazing DPS these days. Even for single target, it's just not great. So yeah. And it's just another GCD you're gonna have to use instead of using other abilities that actually do damage. Anyway, so let me get to the level 100 one. Now I take Focusing Shot. A lot of hunters take Lone Wolf. I personally found that Focusing Shot is the best. You can cast it while moving, but you won't need to worry about that much. Now see, this is where it comes in. You get 50 focus. Steady Focus, when you use it once, you get 50%, your focus regenerates by 50% for 10 seconds. It will increases your focus regeneration. So basically, it regenerates your focus much faster as well. And then if you get 50 per cast, that's almost instant 100 focus you get every cast of Focusing Shot to do your things, you know, apply your debuffs and so on. It's really good. So you basically cast it, spam your buttons, cast it once, spam your buttons, and believe me, you don't even notice it, even if you have to move a lot. So that's my talent choices. You could, if you don't like this build, you could also go with Thrill of the Hunt and Lone Wolf. But for Thrill of the Hunt to be really, really good, you need to make sure you cast your 3 arcane shots and don't make it go to waste. Or you don't let it go to waste even. So yeah, that's my talents. For glyphs, I've gone pretty much defensive ones. Increased defensive cooldown for deterrence, the disengage range. And then because I have Spirit Bond, I take Animal Bond, which increases healing of me and my pet by 10%, so automatically makes the 2% heal you more than 2%. It's pretty decent, I would say, so that's what I go with. As I said, you can go with Ironwalk if you want, and then just get another glyph in there. There's no really DPS increased glyphs for hunters that I've seen at least. So yeah, it's really just up to you. Okay, now for rotation. So for rotation, you're going to want to obviously apply your debuffs. making sure Arcane Shot, because of course Arcane Shot applies Serpent Sting now these days instead of just being Arcane Shot. So basically what you want to do is you want to apply Black Arrow, Arcane Shot. If you get a proc of Explosive Shot, you want to use your Explosive Shots till it's on cooldown. Spam Arcane Shot. I've actually missed a crucial point. You want to also apply Murder of Crows. And keep applying your Black Arrow. So basically it's going to be Murder of Crows, Black Arrow, Arcane Shot, or Explosive Arcane Shot, then Explosive Shot if it procs or not. You want to get it on cooldown, and then just spam Arcane Shot till you can get Explosive Shot again, Explosive Shot, then a Focusing Shot to get your focus back. See, look at all that focus I just got back in one cast. So I'm going to repeat. You want to apply, which is on cooldown, Murder of Crows, keep Black Arrow up, make sure you keep Serpent Sting up, and then use all your charges or your one charge of Explosive Shot, and then just spam away till Explosive Shot is ready again of Arcane Shot. Then you just fill up your bar of focus again and rinse and repeat. It's pretty simple. If I fucked up the rotation a little bit in the explanation, I'm not, because I might have cast it in the wrong order. Remember, it's always keep your debuffs up and Explosive Shot as much as you can. For Cleave's fight, obviously you're going to use Multi-Shot and Barrage. Multi-Shot only if there's more than 2 targets, Barrage if there's 2 targets or more. Just from 2 up you use it, because it's always going to be useful 2 up. I found, as I said, for 2 targets you just want to target swap, like give one Serpent Sting, switch, give the other target Serpent Sting, and then go to your primary target again. It's not worth wasting 10 more focus to get a multi-shot off. Anyway, so that's the Hunter Guide. If you enjoyed this or if it was useful, please like and subscribe, and I'll be making more guides.